Gibson, how you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good to have you back.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, good. So, welcome to T Prep Talk, where you're gonna hear my story, you're gonna hear my guest's story. It's gonna help make your story, man. And I loved earlier today. Somebody actually recited what I just said right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're making it, man.
Yeah. That means people are actually listening.
Yep.
And we actually have one person who DM'd me and gave us some really good feedback on
That's
the
awesome.
podcast. His name is Alexander Luna.
Okay.
He owns the body shop across the street.
No kidding.
And he says he plays the podcast while he's working. So like we're on a big speaker. So
Yeah.
I kind of I'm kinda
Dude, that's
proud of
awesome,
that.
man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That you can throw us on in the background or whatever you're doing and hear a good conversation, learn from it,
Yeah.
get something out of it, get some fitness advice, get some motivation, and maybe some life advice.
Yep.
Because everybody's been through something, and it can help you get through whatever you're going through by listening to somebody else's problems, to be honest.
Yep.
And it might even show you that your problems aren't that big.
Yeah, true. That's why I watch the Maury Show.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like those are stages, though.
Maybe sometimes,
Yeah.
but dude, whenever they're not the father, the celebration, that's what I live for, man.
Yeah.
That's always fun. Anyway.
Celebration's big, bro.
Yeah.
It's like watching somebody score a touchdown. Like, what
But
are
then
they gonna
it's just about a kid, and then it's sad. But, for a moment, it's fun to watch.
do? Man. When they chase them down, that's
I saw one do a backflip.
damn.
Yeah. Hey, he had that prepared, ready to go.
Yeah. What would be hilarious? He did backflip. He's like, man, I didn't know I can do this. Like, he was that excited. As you can see, I'm sipping some whiskey. Our special guest here, Gibson Hawk, brought us some whiskey, and this what we might do more frequently.
Yep.
Now we're not gonna be alcoholics, but late night pods. This is our first one. Some a little bit of drink ain't bad.
Yep.
Never hurt nothing. We're drinking one cup, maybe 2 cups. Which
I don't know, man. That's about as masculine as you can get. Working out, drinking whiskey.
Yeah, we're missing some cigars, but the only problem is, man, is it stinks up the whole gym.
Yeah.
I used to smoke cigars in here. I did it like twice, and I try to figure out how to keep the smell from seeping into the gym, and it never worked
Yeah,
out.
good luck with that.
It never worked out, man.
You have to have some kind of air purifier in here.
Yeah,
It's tight space.
we got no windows in here. I mean, cut a hole right there. Just make a
Put a
window.
little box fan up.
Yeah, put a box, man. Yeah. It's some good whiskey though. So, do you know anything about this whiskey?
I wish I could say
Yeah.
that I know anything about whiskey at all.
Yeah.
I just know what tastes good, and Woodford Reserve tastes pretty good. It's very smooth.
It does taste good. It puts
Yep.
some hair on your chest too at the same time.
I tell you, I got a fraternity brother,
Yeah.
Mike Cedar. If you're listening and watching this, shout out to you, buddy. He has got the best whiskey collection I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I know he celebrated a big milestone in his life with some Pappy Van Winkle,
Yeah.
the $1,000 bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ever want to know about whiskey, he's the guy to ask. You got an Instagram for it. He's got it all insured. Yeah. Me and something else.
He has an Instagram
Just for the whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I seen your Instagram, man. You were posting some things that you got done.
Starting to.
Yeah, man. I seen you got a radio on there. Did you install a radio or something?
Oh, my truck?
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah, you talk about that was my I had a 2003 Tacoma.
Yeah.
Back whenever I do projects back in Arlington, Virginia, I'd
Yeah.
post it on social media, get like 15 likes, be all high on myself, like hell yeah, people are watching.
Hey,
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
just because they don't like it, don't mean they're not watching.
Yeah, fair enough.
I learned that, man. You post something, get like, 15 likes. Post something on your story, 200 views.
Yep.
And like, yeah, okay, they're watching, but
Yep.
they're not liking. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Dude, I am social media illiterate when it comes. I don't know how to get people to look at my stuff. I just post what I like, and if it's boring, it's boring. But
Yeah.
shoot, ever since I started coming here, I add to my story every time I think I get a good lift in, try to tag the gym.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
think
trying to
it's-
get my friends to come out here.
I think it's live, man. When I see that, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But nah, man, social media likes don't even matter, to be honest. Because I go through my whole feed not even liking anything.
Yep.
Like, to be honest, and I think it's a good post. Even when I think posts are funny or good, or I'm like applauding somebody, like, hey man, good shit, right? I don't even like it.
Yep.
So just because somebody doesn't like it doesn't mean that you're not posting good content.
That's true. See, that's where you and I are different. I hit that like button. I said, I
Oh,
want
yeah?
you to know, yep, I'm a supporter.
Oh, my buddies, yeah. I don't even got to look at it. I'm like, all right, like, I see the name. All right, cool, yeah.
I see it on all 3 of your accounts. I hit like on all 3 of them.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, dude, I post like the same video on 3 different accounts.
Hey, it's good every time.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, recently you hit 315.
Yes, sir.
Which I was like, all right, bet. Let's bring him back on the pod.
Yep.
So Gibson's back on the board again.
Top 5, baby, on the bench.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
I
On the
seen
bench,
that.
I'm up there.
I seen that, man. I was like, yeah, he's top 5 now.
Yep.
I didn't know 315 gets you in top 5.
Yep.
And you're only gonna keep getting stronger.
Man, 315 is turning into the benchmark for the young cats out
Yeah.
there, starting to lift. You see kids in high school hitting that now.
Yeah.
It's impressive. So I'm just trying to keep up.
Yeah, for sure. 225 is nothing anymore.
Man,
It turned into nothing.
back when I was just getting started, that was when I aged myself. I just turned 30 this weekend. 10 years ago when I was lifting, to hit 225 was a big deal, at least in my bubbles. And now it's like you hit 225, it's like barely a pat on the back.
It's entry level.
Yeah, and that's real weight there too.
Yeah.
So that's it's good to see that bar getting raised so high and the interest from the young folks coming out to get strong.
Most definitely. Lately, I've been on Limitless Fitness. It's a class that we run at 6 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. It's a mixture of strength, endurance, functionality, and all under a 45-minute timer. You can gain significant amounts of muscle strength and lose fat in that process, but the only thing is mastering one is going to take focusing on one.
Yep.
Right. So if you want to increase the deadlift as high as you want to, whatever goals you have for deadlift or squat or bench, then you have to focus on that.
Oh, you're right.
You have to come in and lift heavy, which is why there's power lifters, why there's strong men.
Yep.
You don't see them doing CrossFit or high intensity workouts. But as far as for health and longevity and controlling the body, I think an all around fitness routine is very essential for the general public. Just because the general public is not trying to focus on one sport and get really good at it, right? They're just trying to get in shape, build muscle, look good, feel good, right?
Well, this is becoming their sport. It's weightlifting, bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I remember, when I first started lifting, I was 16, and I wrestled. So I was lifting to wrestle. I was trying to get strong. No idea what I was doing, but everything I did in the gym was specifically for whatever sport I was playing.
Yeah.
Now you see so many of these young kids coming up, that's their goal, that's their sport, is either bodybuilding, just getting as big and aesthetic as possible, or the strength, throwing up the big numbers. So that's pretty cool to see too, that there's a specific emphasis just on the strength sports.
Yeah. And it doesn't take an average individual to focus on their physical fitness and their performance in the gym. It takes somebody who is driven, somebody who is hungry for something. I was in line at the grocery store, man, and I was looking at the other men in front of me.
Yep.
And I just made them all look puny, right? And I'm just thinking, when I'm thinking about it, I'm saying, if they only knew what fitness does to them as a man, which is not, it's going to enhance whoever you are. Right? Like, you do sales. Like, you're not out there competing in powerlifting, but you still come in here and you kill it and keep getting stronger. It only enhances who you are.
Right.
So you're missing a whole area that you could be growing in your own self-development by not going to the gym and not focusing on getting stronger and bigger and more elusive and endurance. Right now I'm training somebody who had cardiac surgeries. Yeah, he had to have surgery.
Did he have a heart attack?
Yeah. No, he didn't have a heart attack. He just was born with a deformity.
Gotcha.
So he is missing something in his heart. I'm not a heart surgeon, so I'm not going to sit here.
You don't say.
I'm not going to go here and explain the anatomy of the heart. I just know that he needs to slowly work his way up and build his cardiovascular system. And it took him 10 years to get back into the gym.
No kidding.
Yeah. So, and he missed the gym the whole time because he knew who he was as a man. Whenever he was lifting heavy, getting muscle, getting bigger, he knew who he was outside the gym and in the gym. And a lot of people are missing that aspect.
Yep.
And you're not, because you're
I
in
was
here.
though. that's the thing. So I don't have any health issues. I just got lazy for a really long time and made excuses.
Yeah.
So I lifted pretty consistently from 16 till I was about 20, and then just totally fell off. But I had a good metabolism, so I stayed looking shredded.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said this the last time I was on, but I was 28 and I stepped on a scale and I was 230 fat. I was just disgusted with myself, and that's when I got back in. But like to that point, I think it can be pretty discouraging if you used to take it very seriously and so much time goes by. You're not going to hit the numbers you used to hit. You don't look the way you want to look. But if you just focus and you commit, you get your diet right, focus on staying hydrated, and you get in consistent at least 3 days a week, like you can make a lot of progress in a year. Mm-hmm. And I'm stronger now than I ever was. Yeah. And I'm older now than I ever was too. So like even if you have a late start or you took a long time off, it doesn't take that long to get back into it.
Mm. Yeah, most definitely. I got clients starting at 60. I got one getting close to 70.
Good on
and they're building muscle still.
That's awesome.
And I got one member in here. I'm actually going to post him here probably tomorrow. His Singletary, and he's 50. He's in his late 50s, but he's taking steroids. And he's on it. Hey, he's on it. He's
nice
going.
And juicy.
He's in there, bro. He showed me his form that he's in.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole bunch of 50-plus-year-olds like talking about steroids and how their experience is going.
Yeah.
And there's some crazy stories in there, bro. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah.
Hey, what do you have to lose? You know, come on.
Yeah, dude.
I'm about to die.
Yeah, you're
at 50.
Not like that, but
Shit.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna go out with a bang.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, whenever I die, man, I want to be under a barbell and add a few plates to it.
Okay,
before
deal.
the ambulance gets there. Damn, he died doing 700 pounds.
I saw him lock it out before he went. Yep.
Put that on my gravestone.
Your
man.
epitaph.
Yeah. Put my squat, bench, and deadlift on gravestone.
PRER. He chose the ER.
PRER. Where'd you learn that? That's clever, man.
That's so stupid. You know Alex Eubank?
No.
Big fitness influencer.
Oh yeah,
young
blonde
guy.
hair kid.
He hit 315, and I'm no one to judge because my 315 wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be, but his was dirty. I mean, ass up immediately, no spotter arms, no spotter, rough camera angle, got on there, and I mean, he got it up. I would count it because I'm not competing, but it was pretty rough. And Greg Doucette, if you know him, I love Greg, calls himself the manlet. He got on there and did a video about it, and all the comments were on there were like PR or ER. He took it serious. So that's going to stick. I like that.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Yep.
We're going to choose PR every time.
And next T-Prep shirt, limited edition.
Yep. Wait. Does what's his name? Alex?
Yeah.
Does he did he trademark that? Because
I don't think he said it. People were commenting it on the video.
I'll put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
You heard it here, folks. I was involved in that conversation.
Yeah, because I've been planning on doing some raw meats here.
Okay.
Just raw meats. But we've been getting everything else situated because I spoke to a couple of investors in T-Prep, and they want something different out of the gym. And 24-hour is everywhere, right? When you do a 24-hour gym, just open gym, you're competing with the big corporate gyms, which is LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, and you name it. You name it. You're competing with all of them. So when no investor wants to invest in something that isn't different,
right?
That has probably a high possibility of not succeeding because it's not different. So I've been focusing on establishing the classes, which is the Limitless Fitness, the Barbell Fitness, and then the HIIT classes. And then also we still offer the 24-hour membership stuff.
Yep.
Because that's important, man. Community, because a lot of people know how to lift, but they want to be at a place with a great environment. Like a guy signed up today, wanted to sign up just because the gym brought an old school feel into him.
Yep. That's why I came here.
He was literally at Anytime Fitness and canceled his membership same day.
No kidding.
Came in here and just signed up.
I mean, it's apples to oranges to compare this to Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are building a community here. People come at the same time. Everybody's real close. We're all tight with each other.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
Exactly, man.
You know, I say that's one great thing about this gym too is it's no frills. So you come in here, it's all steel weights. It's a lot of like mismatched plates. I love that. Yeah. It's kind of mean. It's a bit aggressive. Yeah. You know, it's Like, it's a serious environment. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, lifting weights. I mean, there's no fanciness around it.
Yep.
Now, if we get the next location, of course, we got more space. I might throw in some machines in there. But as far as this location, it's barbell, dumbbells, cables, and kettlebells. And there's no way around it.
That's all you need to get a solid base. I mean, you can build a hell of a physique just off what you got in here.
You can do everything that you want to do with everything we got in here. People just end up getting very they think that they need more. They think that they need a certain machine or whatever to hit an exercise, but really it's mastering a movement and then progressive overload on that movement, and then constantly building muscle. But this gym for sure, you got to push heavy weights. And also I wanted to speak to you today about you're doing vending machines.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of people out there that want to do vending machines. You see it everywhere, right? You ever see a TikTok, Adrian? You ever see a TikTok or whatever YouTube ad about doing a vending machine business? Okay, well I see it everywhere. But
if you're in the small business, I don't like to use the word community. I think it's overused. But
Yeah.
if you're in the young entrepreneur, small business ecosystem on YouTube and social media, vending machines pop up a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I see everything that pops up. Like whatever's trending for starting a business, I get that on my feed.
Yep.
So I do see the vending machine thing, and it does seem like a good idea if you got connections. If you network correctly, I think you can get a lot of locations and a lot of vending machines.
It's a really good foray into entrepreneurship and business because it's a relatively low cost of entry.
Okay.
It's sales based, but it doesn't cost the customer anything.
Yeah.
So I've sold everything. I've sold canned water. I've sold essential oils.
Yeah.
I sold plastic tips. I've sold $10,000-$20,000 refrigeration units.
Yeah.
Now I do staffing and staff augmentation. So if you have just a base level understanding of sales and how to close a deal, it's one of the easiest sells because at the end of the day, it's the cost of the electricity to run the machine for a year, which is relatively nothing.
Yeah.
So if you're looking really to go into business for yourself and a side hustle that could turn into a full-time over time, vending machines is a pretty great way to do it.
Okay, so with the sales background, working with multiple companies, what can you take from all that and bring it into the vending machine space?
Great question. Networking is part of it, but really sales are very different from what you see in the movies. So like Wolf of Wall Street comes to mind. Every young man loves Wolf of Wall Street. It's my favorite movie of all time.
I can watch it any day.
Dude, I've seen it more times than I can count. I just watched it again 2 days ago. I love it. When I first started in staffing, that's how I talked on the phone. I had an oversized suit, not on purpose. I was broke. And that's how I talk. Hey, man, I see you're looking for a job. I got an excellent job for you with I can't even talk right now because I've been selling all day. But I'd say stuff like unlimited growth potential and max time before you convert 6 months and all this big sell. It doesn't work. Like that's really not what you want to do.
Yeah.
That always be closing mentality. The goods is another good example of a salesman, a used car salesman. That's really not how it is anymore. You're more so figuring out, you find what's called a pain point. So what's an area that's giving somebody a headache? What's keeping them up at night? You get to know them on a personal level. I actually care about the people I sell to. I want to be friends with them, So I get to know, I care about, I want to learn about your family, your hobbies, what you do for fun on the weekends, where you're going for your family trips. We can relate. We'll bounce ideas off each other, build that friendship. And then from there, it's like, hey, help me out here. I've got something that you need.
Yeah.
Let me make a deal for you. So vending is pretty similar to that. Except it's less so I'm helping you out and I'm providing a service for your employees or I'm providing a service for your customers, for your members, whatever it might be, at zero cost to you. Some people do commissions. I don't do commissions. I don't think it's necessary.
What's commission?
I'll give you 10% of net sales each month.
Okay.
I don't do that. That's really not going to amount to much. If you're going at the business you're targeting is the proper size, $150, $200 a month compared to what they're actually bringing in, it's really just a drop in the bucket. So most folks don't ask for that. Smaller businesses maybe. But yeah, it's a relatively easy sale compared to just about anything else.
Yeah. Okay. I know you're bringing one here at T-Prep. You said you were in works in it right now. It's in the process.
Yeah, I found a new supplier actually in just outside Dallas. So I'm going in on Saturday, going to meet the guy, pick out the machine, and it should be delivered in about 3 days.
Okay, and I wanted it in the gym just to offer an extra service to the
Exactly.
members. I don't need anything from it. I just thought it would be cool,
Hmm.
and if things look cool, I go for it.
Bingo.
That's pretty much it.
And I want to sticker bomb it while it's in here.
I seen
That-
you.
If that's something you're cool with, I think it'd be sweet. Sticker bomb the hell out of that thing.
What are you gonna put on there?
I don't know, whatever stickers we got. Make it look cool. You know what I'm saying? Big
Like
black
some-
machine.
Like something like this and a whole bunch of
class it
stickers.
up. Yeah, it's fun.
I need more stickers though, man. I need to like fill this whole thing up. Yeah, so whatever extra stickers you got, I'll take.
Just slap them on there. I got plenty, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just get a pack of them.
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of randoms.
You can buy the big old 100 pack online, but that's not
Yeah.
fun. You got to collect them different places.
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. You gotta earn them.
Yeah.
And,
It's like every middle-aged dad has the beer fridge in the garage covered in all the breweries that he goes to. You know?
damn, I didn't know that.
Hey,
That's a thing.
That's middle class right there,
That's
baby.
middle class
Yep,
right
yep.
there, man. I guess I didn't come from middle class.
That's every dad with a man cave that he just escapes to the garage.
Yeah,
They
man
got the
cave.
beer stickers.
Yeah, that's not in my. Yeah, your dad have a man cave?
I had a friend's dad.
Friend's dad had a man cave.
Shoot,
Your dad built a bar.
Oh yeah,
In
yeah.
the
that's
li-
cool.
Yeah, he had a barn.
He built a bar.
A bar? Oh.
I remember that. I remember seeing the bar being built.
Oh yeah, no, he built it from
Yeah.
scratch.
Dude, my dad is old school. His house was the man cave. He didn't have a
Oh,
special
is
room
that-
he had to go
I was
to.
gonna say-
Yeah, he went wherever the hell he wanted to in that house, and that's where he went. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
nice.
I don't
No.
have that liberty.
Now, was he married or something?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
very old school. My dad was 50 when he had me, so he's 81 now.
Yeah.
Old school family dynamic. you
Because
know.
most guys get a house and they give it to the wife, and then they get a little room to the side to themselves.
Not my dad. No.
Yeah,
House wasn't full like bachelor crap. You know, it was decorated like
Nice.
in early 2000s home. But yeah, my dad was born in 43, so very much old school. Where
1940.
my mom stayed at home. He went out and worked, came back. She took his coat. He
Yeah.
popped his feet up, had a glass of whiskey, and watched the news.
The recliner.
The recliner had a recliner in every
The
room, and you
signature
kept your
recliner.
ass out of that recliner.
Yeah.
That was my dad's chair.
For real.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
So he lived the movies of he lived like the movie scenes of a family looking.
Yeah, picture like the 60s or
Yeah.
70s. That was the dynamic in my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you lived it, but what'd you learn from it?
Shoot, I learned to pick your battles. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. My dynamic with my wife is pretty different from that.
Yeah.
I like the way that we live, but yeah, my parents had an interesting dynamic growing up. My dad called most of the shots. He didn't make big decisions without my mom, of course. He'd get her opinion on it, but for the most part, he made all the big decisions, and
Yeah.
she went with it, ran the books at the house. She ran the finances, balanced the checkbook, made sure
Okay.
that all the accounts are up to date, and then my dad took care of everything business related.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
So you got the vending machines going, and you're doing sales,
Mm-hmm.
right? How do you stay hungry with balancing a family, starting a new business,
Yep.
and also having to be a high performer in the sales big game?
It's easy. I don't have a choice.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Okay.
mean to. I
love
don't want.
it.
I don't want to make light of the situation, but
yeah.
I think a lot of people. I did things the very old school way. I mean, I met my wife. I was 21. She was 20.
Yeah.
I got engaged the Christmas after we graduated. We got married
Yeah.
2 years later. Would have done it sooner. We just had to save up for the venue, and the venue we wanted had a 2-year wait list. So
Yeah.
I got married before I had anything. My wife's known me since before I had anything, and
Yeah.
I always knew that I was going to be the provider. I was going to be the breadwinner.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted too. It's very traditional.
Yeah.
So I did it the old school way. I don't think that necessarily works so much in the modern climate for most people.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty lucky in that respect. But for me, I look at it as I wanted to. My dad was older when he had me. I wanted to start a family younger. If I'm going to start a family, I need to be successful, and that means making
Facts.
good money
Facts.
while also being there for my family.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've been in sales since 2016. I didn't hit my stride until really like 2020,
Yeah.
midway through 2020.
Wow.
I really picked up in 2021. So I paid my dues for a long time. Took that success to parlay into this new job here that brought me
Yeah.
out to Texas, which is where we always wanted to go. So we have goals, my wife and I, that we set. We do whatever we can to work towards them.
Yeah.
And then I like to challenge myself. And so I got 3 boys. I need to be strong. One, to keep up with them, but also I want to be that example of masculinity to my boys, where their father's big and strong, He's fast. He can wrestle. He can keep up with them.
Yeah.
So that's why I hit the gym. You know, I want to be the big dad. The side business right now, it's more so just to prove to myself I can do it.
Yeah.
But eventually, I would like to work for myself and run my own thing, because my dad did that, and it allowed him to be home with me all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so
Now, as you learn from sales, it takes time.
a lot of time.
It took you 4 years to get to where you hit your stride.
Yep.
Where you found your rhythm, you're making sales. Now it's weird if you're not making sales. You're
Right.
like, oh, what's going on?
And I'll tell you, since I moved out here, I mean, last year was a pure building year. I don't have a network out here. I don't have any accounts out here. The one account that is out here, I was under a non-compete, so I couldn't do anything with it.
I hate those.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, I get it to a degree, and so I had to completely start over.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky I work for a company that saw something in me.
Yeah.
I was willing to take a risk that made me a good deal, you know, and they're working with me to get to where I want to be, and we're making solid progress towards that, you know. But the biggest thing with sales, and I tell this to all the young people going into it, is at least in the recruiting, staffing, managed services industry, if you just suck it up and outlast and don't quit, by the time you're 25, you'll be making 3 times as much money as your friends.
I think that's what really gets me, man, is that I think everybody has the potential to be successful in whatever they do. Whether you start a ice cream cone stand, a hot dog, or a huge company, or like a selling products.
Yep.
Right? It's outlasting. It's continuing to do it. I think everybody's built for success, but I think very few people have the tolerance for pain and suffering.
Everybody's got that quit in them.
Yeah.
Some of us are better at burying that down deep and not letting it breathe.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between success and failure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a good example. You started this how old were you when you started T-Prep?
19.
19.
I
You
started
told me
when I was like 18, right?
you
So
told me
18,
getting financing was about just damn near impossible.
Yeah.
Getting anybody to invest was damn near impossible because you're just a kid, and look where you are now.
I got 0.
Yeah.
I got 0 from any bank.
And now you're the one laughing. You sucked it up for years. You're successful. You've got a good following.
Yeah.
You're looking to expand.
Yeah.
You just refuse to quit.
God first. Yeah, before anything, man, it's God first.
Yep.
And one thing that really got to me, and I don't know if he came up with this quote, but it's Mike Tyson. And he said, "Why
fuck
you
you
laugh?
till you love me."
Why you laugh?" Let's take a break. Take a drink break here real quick. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's good. I think I drank too much whiskey.
After hours.
Yeah, I think I drank too much whiskey.
Already?
Bro, I haven't. I'm on a fasting.
So you're not eating?
It's the only thing in my system for like the past 8 hours.
You really want to get spinning? I got some Zen.
Let's get it.
Don't throw up.
Oh, you never. Oh, okay.
That's 6%.
6%.
Or 6 milligrams.
Hold on, this is chew.
Nicotine.
Yeah,
You just
I've never done this shit.
don't do that. Don't do
No.
that. Don't make you sick. Don't.
Yeah, no, you.
All right,
you
where's the
literally-
cigar at?
You'll throw up.
Yeah, you'll pass out.
Yeah, you get dizzy and puke.
Oh shit, I still gotta drive home.
Yeah.
Anyways,
If you need to drive home, I can drive you.
nah, man, I gotta be back up here at 5.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'm off tomorrow.
Grind mode. Never stops.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, hangover or not, whatever, man.
No excuses.
Feeling like you don't want to, or feeling like you do, whatever.
I'm a salesman,
Doesn't
baby. You know
matter.
how many hangovers I've worked through?
Yeah.
Every week for 3 years, dude.
I've learned that you can operate on 1 hour of sleep. Now it's not optimal, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can do if you have to. I mean, here's another thing, and I don't like to lump generations together, but there are trends that you can notice, and I see a lot of complaining coming out of these young cats coming out of school,
most
the Gen Zs.
definitely, man.
I don't know if you fit into that category. You're a little younger than me.
Man, I'm afraid of failure, so I just don't. I just move.
What?
You're the older generation of Gen Z.
That's
older
true.
than-
But what I'm getting at with that is I understand the struggle of trying to get started. I've worked pure commission. I've tried to help 2 different startups that I failed as their salesman. I didn't do a good job because I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought I could figure it out, and I failed them. You know, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. Most people quit and they go run into the hills and let me just go find a salary job that's going to guarantee me $60K a year, right? All right, that sounds good right now.
Yeah.
But what about 2 years from now when every year you're lucky to get a 2% raise or a 3% raise? You're going to make six figures maybe when you're 31, 32 if you're lucky, or if you quit and come back. Or you can suck it up and suffer while you're young. So that way when you hit your 30s, you're making multiple six figures. Then you're driving the car that you want. You're going on the vacation you want to go on. You've got the beautiful wife, you know, the happy family. You just be patient and grind. That's how you get to it, man.
It's in your blood, man. And I've realized that it's in my blood as well, because I've worked with a lot of people and they come at me with these ambitions. Like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe you can bring something different to T-Prep. So yeah, let's do a little bit of work together. And then I see their worth ethic and I'm like, they just don't got it in them. Like I don't see that fire in them.
They want to toss the money at you and have you do it for them.
Yeah, either that or they want the money tossed at them, and then they think their work is worth it. Anyways, it's like, how do I say this? So what I do for trainers, right? Trainers, because like I got to make sure that you're able to market yourself as a trainer. Right. If you're gonna come here, I got to know that you can market yourself, and then also whenever you get into a session with somebody, that you can formulate a good workout, right? Because when I tell my clients that these workouts that are programmed, it's like Picasso making a painting, right? You're gonna start the painting, and it's like, or it's making a really good song for the DJ over there. So it's making a really good song, start to finish, as to start good, maybe it doesn't start too good, whatever, but it finishes good, and all in all, you made art. So at the end of the workout, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to listen. Right? That's how the workout should be at the end. So, anyways, for trainers, it's subcontracted. Right? It's like, all right, show me what you can do first, and then we'll see what we can do from there. And I have people come in, and I'm like, they don't got it in them.
Anybody can just go and get the certification.
Yes.
You have to actually love what you do and be
Yeah.
passionate, not just making one size fits all.
Yes.
That bulk. Let me just throw here, just do a simple PPL, no big deal. Here's 6 exercises, run with it. You got to figure out people's exercise abilities, their physiology, how they grow.
Yeah.
You know, where their weak areas are, how to fix that, how to stretch, how to warm up, how to eat, the nutrition. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, so just like meeting that person before you go and do business with them. With training somebody, you got to really get to know the person, because it can't be just a workout that the reason why they're not getting the results. It could be that the stress levels they got at home.
Right.
It could be that snack that they're always getting and they didn't want to tell you about, but then they finally got it out of them, and it's like, okay, you're eating this at this time every night. That's why. Or you end up binge eating at this time. And that's why you can't hit your goals. So it's really getting deeper than just, oh, okay, I got my certification and I know how to correct imbalances. They're coming to you because they want to hit their goals, and there's something that's stopping them. And sometimes it's not just a program. Sometimes it's the mentality.
There's something I've said for a long time. Since I got into staffing, there's high turnover in my industry. Because you don't have to have any specific degree. Most companies just want you to have a college degree. You come in with journalism, communications, biology like me. It doesn't really matter. You got the degree, that's entry level to get in. And then from there, we got to see if you can sell. And so you can tell very quickly, usually within the first month, the people that are there for the paycheck and the people that are there for the career. And it's very easy to tell. And with personal trainers, it's very much the same. Especially go to a commercial gym, they've got their in-house trainers. Most of the time, those people you talk to, they put you through some canned exercise they put together. Like a lazy public school teacher uses the same lesson plan every year. And it might work in some ways, other ways doesn't work at all, but what choice do you have? You know, and it's the same in my industry, where you get a lot of people that come in because they think they're going to make a lot of money. They go through the motions, but they don't innovate, they don't do anything different. They get stuck, it's hard, and then they quit. Rinse and repeat. New people coming in.
Exactly. That's why I spoke to an investor this morning. We were talking about the systems that we're establishing here. I said, I want to master everything myself, each system in this business myself, before I bring anybody in, so I can identify who has it in them and who doesn't have it in them. Because right now I'm like, okay, well, let's try it out. Let's see if it works. But no, I want to master everything to know what it takes for each system of the business. And I don't know if anybody can, I hope any entrepreneurs listening to this can learn from kind of my mistakes that I've made. bringing people in that you know that have that fire in them, right?
Yep.
So if you're gonna branch out with the what else are you trying to do? Are you just doing the vending machines right now? Or do you have any other goals or aspirations?
I have big plans. Vending machines, the idea right now is to build it to a point where I can make a good return on a sale of a route.
Okay.
Now, we'll see how I feel once I actually get into it. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I like getting in front of people. I like being in person. But if it's not something that I enjoy, building it to a point where I can 4X my sale, take that money, invest in something else.
Okay.
Very much interested in P.O. boxes. Very much interested in self-storage, as well as a few other things. So I've got a few ideas in the pot that this is step one to build capital so I can start diversifying, branching out into a few other different areas.
I feel like, in my opinion, in those industries, it just takes doing it.
Yep.
But with your, like I told you before, with your background, I think you'll be successful at it.
Oh, thank you.
But
Make me blush over here.
but let's rewind.
Yeah.
Back to the Mike Tyson.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I didn't forget about that. Because it's very important. Now, it might be cliche at this point, because I think I've seen it multiple times on Reels. But he said, because we're talking about the hungry, and the whoever has a certain fire in them. And we can tell when somebody has that fire like me and you, we can see it in somebody else if they got that fire in them. Right, and I've noticed that from you, because you told me what you wanted to do, and I listened to it, which many people do. Many people tell me what they want to do,
but no follow through.
No follow through. But then you told me, oh yeah, hey, I'm talking to the distributor. I got the vending machine going on. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, he's doing it.
My brother in Christ.
Yeah.
I founded this company in October.
Okay.
I've been filing paperwork, watching videos, doing research, making calls, networking ever since then.
Good.
So I have yet to place a machine, full disclosure, aside from the one that we're placing in here, because I've taken a very methodical approach. Yeah. I'm very much of the mindset where I want to know as much as I possibly can before I take the risk, an educated risk, right? Now, I understand there's a degree to any risk where you're never going to know everything going into it. Yeah. But at the very least, I want to have a solid base of knowledge and resources that I can turn to if I have questions. And so I spent the better part of last year just researching, listening to other people that have done it, that have started from nothing, getting advice, talking to my close family and friends that have started business, just to see what all goes into it, making sure all my paperwork is in line, I'm right with the state, everything is good before I even try to make a single sale.
I mean, as far as legal stuff, I get that done, but, man, you're better than me, because I just jump off a cliff and figure out how to land.
Yin and yang.
All right. That sounds good. Let's try it. And we know we'll learn as we go. That's how I see it. Because that's how I learn. It's kind of hard for me to sit there and, like, read and research and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this and then see what happens from this, and I learn from it. And I just keep growing from it. Yep. That's kind of how I learned, but I've been trying to focus on sitting down and actually reading more and studying more before I make a decision. Just because the business is getting bigger, so now I'm like, okay, I have to really take strategic steps here. I can't just...
See, there's a positive and a negative to both approach, right?
Yeah.
You went out and did it. You figured it out. You've got the successful business going.
Yeah.
Most of the people, in my experience, that take things the way that I take them, we call it paralysis by analysis in my industry. Yeah. Where if you're going to call into an account, right?
You like that.
You should know a little bit about the account. It's really easy to go too far of a deep dive. Say I got a list of 100 people I need to call in a day. Yeah. If I go on LinkedIn and do research on every single person I call, I'm going to get through 20 of them. And none of them are going to pick up. On average, it takes me 50 to 75 touch points before somebody answers the phone. Yeah. And from there, it's about 1 in 10 that they agree to something with me. That's sales, baby. 100 calls to maybe get 1 or 2 meetings. Yeah. Out of that, maybe 1 goes off. It's tough, but it's a numbers game. That's why you can't quit.
Yes.
And so it's very easy with my mentality to do so much research that you psych yourself out of it. Yeah. Because all of a sudden you realize everything you don't know.
Yeah.
So there's positives and negatives. With my strategy, you just have to finally bite the bullet and take the plunge and trust in yourself. Yeah. You know. Yours, you just jump off the cliff and it works.
Well, because everything I've read on, like, when I was like 17, 18, I would read, like, how, okay, it's owning a business, owning a gym, a good business, and everything I read said no. I was like, all right, I don't care. Let's see what happens. But back to the Mike Tyson thing.
Third time's a charm.
I'm take a drink break real quick.
Ah.
I gotta stop drinking. This whiskey's good, man.
Enjoy.
Whiskey's good.
I'm not your dad. You drink what you want.
I know, but I know myself.
All right.
We're gonna throw a party in this gym. It's already a party. Anyways, let me go too far off. Anyways, Mike Tyson said, and there's that fire inside of us. I feel like I said this 3 times already. That when you're favored by God, you're also favored by the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I love that because I think I feel it in myself. Like I see, okay, I'm getting lucky. I'm getting certain things that I want, right? Which is either favored by God or favored in a negative way. But I think it's what you do with these blessings is going to determine the results that you get.
Well, God rewards hard work.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you anything, but the tools and the free will to make the choice to do it yourself.
Yeah.
The devil doesn't want you to fail. He wants you to choose failure.
Okay.
That's how he gets in your head and fucks with you.
That's a good point.
He's not going to rip the carpet out from under you.
Yeah.
He's going to get you to push the carpet away from yourself. That's how the devil fucks with your head. He makes you second guess yourself.
Yeah.
That's the game he plays. I firmly believe this. I was raised Catholic. I'm not like a Bible thumper, but I go to church and I believe the
You still
the
Catholic?
Scripture. Big time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I go to St. Thomas up the street from here.
Okay.
Thank you. Goodness, I should know. Maybe I've had too much whiskey. But that's what I
Maybe
believe.
we're drunk right now.
Maybe. Hey, but that's what I believe is God gives you the free will to make the decision.
Yeah.
And if you pray and you work hard, he'll give you the strength to push through.
Yeah.
The whole time the devil's trying to convince you to just quit. It's the easy route. Just go sit on your ass and stuff your face full of sugary foods and play Xbox and jerk off all day. That's what he wants you to do. Exactly. The weak-minded are the easiest to control.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people fall into that because of a lack of purpose.
Yeah.
You found your purpose. I'm still trying to find my purpose, you know, outside of my family. But yeah, that's what I remind myself every day is just don't let them fuck with you.
That's
you know?
facts, man.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's a good way to end the podcast. You know, take the blessings. God's gonna bless you if you work hard. The devil's gonna want you to quit. So whatever you're going through in life, whoever's watching this, just know to keep pushing, keep getting better, keep growing, keep improving. And Gibson, if you got anything to say to the viewers before we end this podcast, right now's the time.
Yeah, if you want to see any of my PRs, if you're interested for whatever reason, Instagram, I'm Gibson the Hawk. Check out Hawk Vending. Got a website coming up soon.
Nice.
LinkedIn coming up soon. Working Pilot Point, Denton, basically everywhere in Denton County, Pilot Point, Aubrey, you name it, I'm placing out there.
Good.
So if you need a vending machine for your business, give me a call. I can usually get one in there within about 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. So I hope hearing my stories, hearing Gibson's stories, has helped you formulate or make your story. Goodbye.